Hey, welcome to Travel Tuesday Happy Hour, where we interview dope people doing dope things with one thing in common, the love for travel. We have a great guest lined up. Grab a drink, stay tuned. What's going on, Travel Fam? If you ever thought about starting a podcast, check out Anchor. Anchor is free. Anchor will provide you tools to record and edit your podcast from your phone or your computer. Anchor will also distribute your podcast to multiple streaming platforms like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. Everything you need right in one app. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started.
So tell us who you are and what you do.
So my name is Saba. My official name is Sabatini, but everyone calls me Saba. I am a food and travel blogger.
Mm-hmm.
Now turning into a virtual assistant. I've been traveling for some time now, and it has just been up.
So let's slow down. Let's slow down. No, we rushing into things. No, you're a little excited. So let me take the reins back a little bit. All right. So what really got you into travel?
So growing up, my family traveled quite a bit. My dad has always been fond of traveling, so every summer he already had our trips planned. It was like, okay, you're going here. So we did that. I went to Haiti quite a bit. I wasn't born in Haiti. I was born in Florida, but
that's Haiti part 2, like yeah. Haiti 2.0.
So I've been to Haiti. This is going to blow your mind. 31 times.
What?
And I am 27 years old.
I see what it is.
Bye. Quite a bit. I've been as an adult too. So my parents have always been that way. I kind of got busy, went to college and stuff like that. But then in 2017, I was like, you know what? I want to venture out. I took a trip to Costa Rica, and it has been like insane. Since then, I think 2019, I took 33 flights in the year.
What?
Working full time still. Even my job, like.
What do you do? I think I missed that. You're a travel blogger, but at that time, what were you doing?
So I work for the Marriott hotels, and I work here.
That's a cheat code.
But believe it or not, I don't really stay at their hotels that much because I'm an Airbnb girl. But yeah, I still work 40 plus hours a week, and I was still gone once a month. That was kind of like the ultimatum. It was like, this is what I'm going to be doing. You're either with it or I'm gone.
Boss moves.
They were with it, so like they love it.
So that's what's up. So what keeps you traveling? Like what is that thing that's like, yo, I want to go check this place out and write about it?
It has to be the culture, and definitely the food, but more so like the culture. I've always just been so amazed by people and how they were raised and why they do certain things. I've always been that way. I'm a psychology major and a social work graduate student. So like I have always just been like, I want to know more. I want to know more. And traveling has always given me that fuel. And that's why I don't see it everything because like I just touched the surface of getting to know different cultures.
That's dope. So are you like full Haitian, half Haitian? How does this work?
Both my parents are from Haiti.
Okay.
My mom is from La Gonave and my dad is from Semac. And I was born in Florida, but Creole was my first language, believe it or not. So I technically feel like I'm Haitian, but like some people are like, you're not that Haitian. So I feel like I am.
What is not that Haitian?
I feel like my English and like when I'm on the phone, nobody can tell that I'm like speaking another language. And I think it's because like when I speak Creole, I speak really good Creole, but when I speak Creole, they are like, oh.
Yes, yes.
But I want to say that I'm as Haitian as it gets because I've been so many times. I know so much more than you can imagine.
Listen, you said 37 times?
33 times.
30, that's almost as long as I've been alive. So yeah, that's a lot. And I can't say I've been that many times.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna ask two follow-up questions. The first one is, how does being Haitian help while traveling? Like, being that our parents are always telling us, look out for yourself, don't trust nobody, all of these things, to being out in the world, traveling the world, and like, how does being Haitian help you view the world when you travel?
It definitely helps me because I'm not coming from like a family that was sheltered. I know that we come from a country that can be less fortunate in certain ways, as what people will call it. So like, I'm not coming from a small loan of $1 million, like a president would say. Like other countries that don't have as much or that do have more, I'm kind of like in the middle ground because I know what it's like to not have much and I know what it's like to have a lot. So like being Haitian gives me the opportunity to be able to understand more. I feel like if I'm American, there's a lot of privilege that comes with just being American. And even still, I have a U.S. passport. So even still, when I do present my passport, I can tell that they look at me in a different way. But that Haitian passport, sometimes it can be certain places it can be taken back, and certain places they're like, oh yeah. So
hold up, you just flexed on us with two passports.
I'm not a dual citizen.
So
but
hold up, nah, chill. We're not gonna get past how you flexed on us with two passports.
I do have two passports. I'm now officially just a U.S. citizen, but for a while I did have dual citizenship until that like dropped off.
Interesting. I like that flex. Okay. So I'm gonna shift this over to a little more current events, right? As a travel blogger, as a food blogger, and I appreciate the food blogging. You make me hungry every time I come to your page. How has COVID-19 kind of like impacted all, right? Like
in March 12th, I was to fly to Mexico, and I had to cancel it. I think March 14th was like, no, this is a virus. Nobody can move. So like 2 days before that, I was supposed to fly to Mexico and I wasn't able to. And for the first couple days, it was like, I can't believe this is happening. This has never happened. What am I going to do with myself? I really am go.
Mm-hmm.
So a week went by and I'm like, okay, this is a lot. And after just like sitting with my feelings and realizing that I have the right to be upset and the right to be confused because I don't know what is going on, I phone a friend. And I think this is like completely off topic, but I think everybody should have those friends where you're like on rocky ground.
Mm-hmm.
All that can get you like straightened out. So I called a friend and I'm like, this is what's happening. I'm so upset. How could this, what is going on? My friend was like, look, you're not going anywhere. Everything is shutting down. So this time is going to prove either you were one of the people that did something with your time, or you're going to be the person who's looking back on the time and is wondering, where did the time go? So, I'm what are you talking about? Whatever. After a week, I'm like, you know what? I gotta start doing things. I gotta make this time worth it. So I've been a virtual assistant since last November. And basically I work for a web developer that lived in Canada, moved to New Zealand. But anyways, I'm her virtual assistant. And so I'm like, you know what? I'm going to like narrow in on that. I'm going to try to gain more clients. So what COVID has did for me is that during this time, I was able to still work for my client. I was furloughed from my job, my full-time job, but I worked for that client. And in the time, I've gained 3 more clients.
Mm.
And now I'm on the road to rebranding My Tasteful Ventures and coming out with my own virtual assistant business.
Listen, hold up. If y'all looking for a virtual assistant, make sure y'all go to My Tasteful Ventures, right? She will hook you up.
That's right.
I know, actually, I was just talking about you. I talked you up the other day, and I was like, you know what? You didn't need to hire a full-time assistant. Get you a virtual assistant.
That's
Listen,
right.
I'll be helping my people out here. So look, send my 5%. Everybody send the 5% to my Cash App, Atomic Travels on Cash App, Atomic Travels on Venmo, Atomic Travels on PayPal. I'm just joking. But no, so go ahead.
So yeah, like COVID was just, I think, exactly what needed to happen for me, because I was always go traveling wise. I knew I didn't want a job that was physical, but I didn't know how it was going to happen. This was God's way of making it like happen. Like, okay, now you don't have a job and you can't go anywhere. So what are you going to do about it? And I have just been hustling, and it has been paying off so well, because I didn't know that this was even a thing. And now it's something that I enjoy. And now it's something that I talk about and I encourage other people to do. And other people are tapping into it as well. So I'm actually really glad, in a way. It rocked the country in a way that I am not proud of, but I am really happy that it rocked me, because that's exactly what I needed. I didn't even know that I needed it.
That's so dope, because it's this. I think that statement your friend said was real. Like, this show started off of COVID-19. Like, prior to, I was kind of like lightweight highlighting people on Tuesdays, and I was like, you know what? Let me hit a couple people, see if they would actually, join the show. And I'm 12 episodes in, about 40 people in, and I'm constantly amazed that people want to continue coming back. And so it's people like you that just show me the love that makes me feel like what I'm doing goes a long way. So, like I said, I appreciate that. I'm gonna shift gears a little bit here, right? We got COVID-19, means people at home, sitting down, paying attention. And then we have a series of events that occur that starts to create a civil unreadiness within our communities. How has that impacted you and the way you start to see the way you travel? Or, have you seen some of these things, or implied racism while you travel, right? Like, how has traveling been for you abroad, domestically, as it relates to what's going on today?
So my best friend is white.
Mm-hmm.
And that has always been an issue, not necessarily for her family or for my family, but for like people looking in. They've always been like, why her? And I'm like, things just work out that way. But I've always felt supported by my best friend, and obviously that's why she's my best friend. So she, like my girl before me, she, a lot of people are doing it for like the photo op. And, I like to remind people that a lot of what you're seeing right now is just going to be because people are pressured into doing so. So like a lot of people that are going after companies and like, they're like, I demand a statement. You owe us a statement. I want a statement. The statement is just a statement. And they'll just put the statement out, and then their feed will still be whitewashed. So I need people that are going to ride from here on out and prior. And those are the people that are on my team, and those are the people that will continue to join me as a person. So with traveling, like, one, being Black and young and traveling, I've always been like, like, who's paying for this? I've gotten, do you have a white boyfriend? Because I was go. That year I really was like gone. So I'm like, why can't it just be like, what makes you think that Black women don't work? you know, that they must be being taken care of by, why do we think that only white men make money?
Black women account for the most travelers, within our community. So
that has blown me away. I am a trusted traveler, which is basically global entry, if you know what that is.
Yeah.
So the first time I got global entry, so excited to get global entry because I'm like, I'm not waiting lines anymore. I'm waving my flag the minute I get off, you know, the airplane because I'm like so
straight to the exit.
I landed from, I think I was coming from Barbados or something like that. I land in Fort Lauderdale and there's a guy with like, I don't know, but I could have swore his hat said MAGA on it from and with his statement, it would confirm that that's what his hat said or something along the lines. But I'm walking towards the global entry line, and obviously the normal line is super long, like longer than I've ever seen before. And I'm like, thank God I got this before I came. So I'm like walking towards the global entry line, completely empty. And when I get up closer to him, he was like, your line is over there. And I'm like, excuse me? And he's like, yeah, you're looking for that line. And I'm like, no, I'm looking for this line. And he's like, oh, okay. Yeah, go. And I'm like, what made you think that? Was it because I was young? Was it because I was a young Black girl that I couldn't be a trusted traveler? I don't know what goes through your mind, but I'm like, you didn't question anybody else before me, and I didn't hear you question anybody else behind me. And that bothered me. That still bothers me because I'm like, I see young Black people traveling all the time. And is that what they have to deal with? Is that what we'll always have to deal with? So I'm actually really glad that everyone is like applying pressure because it's unacceptable. Certain things that we have gone through. I remember I don't think this is racist, but I landed in Paris. So excited to see the Eiffel Tower. You guys.
Before you go there, Paris people are rude. So it may not be racist. It's just them being rude.
This wasn't from the Tower. These were from Asian women. But
okay. Oh, wow.
I get to Paris. So excited to see the Eiffel Tower. I will tell you that it is not as exciting in person. When you get there, you're like, ooh, Eiffel Tower. Don't get me wrong. I have all my pictures of me with the Eiffel Tower. But once I got there, I was like, wow. And then I was like, it's just a bunch of metal. Like, I'm like looking for like the secret that everyone's like, ooh, but it was just a bunch of metal. So get there and I'm like, I'm by myself, I'm solo. So I'm like, who's going to take this picture? And all I see is a bunch of Asian people laid out on the grass. And I'm like,
can y'all take my picture?
I can't Paris with the Eiffel Tower. So I'm thinking of like a master. Which one of y'all I'm about to ask? And then like a group of Asian women come up to me and they start like touching my hair. And I'm like, oh.
So that's an Asian thing. It's an Asian thing. It's an Asian thing.
They were like touching my arm, and I'm like, oh, like literally, I'm like, holy cow, like what is going on here?
It is so. That is so. I've had a couple guests on prior. They said it's an Asian thing. They are fascinated by our skin complexion, our hair, whether the texture is short, long, or whatever.
Oh, incredible. Some people are really weird about that. They're like, don't touch me. In the moment, I was like, oh, wow, like what's going on? But I wasn't like a get off of me type attitude. They were just so.
So I wanna wrap this up because we have a few seconds left, right? Tell us your website so people can check out your blog, and then I will try to have all her stuff posted on my page whenever she gets it. So tell us your website.
So my website is www.mytastefulventures.com, just as my Instagram name is, not adventurous, mytastefulventures.com. Check me out on Instagram. It's the same name.
Another dope conversation keep traveling, and stay safe. Until next time, peace.